let's log in here and move on with our first tasks. Okay, yeah. So this is one of the items which one of the pieces of softwares or products which are high selling on the market there, because you don't need to be an IT person to run this. It's so fast, easy, okay, shall I say user friendly. All right, as you can see here, for example, let's say we want to order some raw materials from Southeast England. Okay, now the first thing which you need is just a purchase order. You can see here there's a button, a bar there, but that bar represents a module. That's a purchases. Okay, so you just select your purchase order there. Very soon our purchase order will pop up here. Okay, then from here you can see the form has come here. The only thing which you need is to select the purchase order here. Then here you select South England as the supplier. Okay, then here what you do, you put the date. Let's say you are ordering today, 7th April. Okay, which department are you ordering these? Let's say these are raw materials which you want to use in your production. All right, so now what currency are you going to use? It's GBP, yeah, Great Britain pound or sterling. Okay, so delivery within 1 month. 1 month. Okay, terms of payment 60 days. 60 days is a good period, so that at least maybe the kwacha can strengthen, you can at least gain some forex there. Okay, quotation, in this case the quotation may not apply. Then you simply say tab to go to the data sheet there, the Excel data sheet, right? So it will take us there very soon. Yeah, there we are. So here you select the product which you are ordering. So in this case, let's say maybe we are ordering sugar 50 kgs. All right, now that sugar which we are ordering, where is it going to be stocked? You can see it has already placed it under stores. Okay, yeah, so our job is to simply tab and provide the quantity. Let's say we are buying 1,500. okay, at how much per pound? Let's say maybe per pound is 15.35 pounds. All right, yeah, those discounts don't apply. Yeah, that one, if you want, you don't need this one, you can do this. Just right click it. Let's see if we can hide this one. Yeah, okay, at this point it's not allowing us to hide it, but we can do this. Yeah, that's it. All right, so we come to the next, right? So now here, what is the next product which we are buying? We are buying also cooking oil. So now in this case we are saying, okay, fine, cooking oil, how many? 2,000. Maybe we are going to have a Christmas party there, and cooking oil is going at 2.53 GBP. Okay, these are containers anyway. Yeah, so again 0 here, not this, not the party there. All right, the last item maybe which we want is let's see, milk it cream. Okay, yeah, you see how fast it is. So maybe this one we are buying 3,000, right? Then this one is going at 1.55 pounds. Okay, per case. Okay, so from there, all right, so we don't I think these are the only item which we need to select. We don't have to select we don't need more than this. You see, it has already done the costing for us there under total there. Then now you simply save it now. Okay, we have saved that. Now, do you know what is going to happen? By virtue of creating this order, the system now started tracking. Okay, so now let's assume that it's after 1 week or within after 3 months, three weeks or so, we have received the materials here. Okay, so okay, maybe let's say maybe we have used the plane, they have come the same day. Yeah, we ordered at 03, 18 hours they are here. Okay, so here we'll select now which is the order which we are going to, which we have used. If you remember, we are using the GRIN. The GRIN needs to be matched with the purchase order at all costs. If you don't do that, the system will not allow you. Services, they go through general ledger processing, which we'll discuss later. Now we are talking of inventory here. Whenever you are receiving an inventory, always match it with the purchase order. So I'll select my purchase order here. All right. So now what will happen here? I will say, what is the exchange rate as per ZRA? So normally in the morning it was going at that amount. Yeah. So who is the supplier of these materials? This one. You see, I've selected that supplier. Now let's say, okay, now since we have already selected this, okay, it will take us to the data sheet. If I had selected the wrong supplier there, it would have not allowed us to go there. It can't. Yeah, until you select the correct supplier. Yeah, so it's very important. Now, what has happened here? The GRIN has already filtered the items which we ordered. So if I select there, I only find those specific 3 items there in the combo box there. Okay, why is it like this? Is it because normally on this one the GRIN mode has slightly changed or changed a lot, because we want to be tracking also back orders or whatever is remaining. I'll show you what happens from here. Okay, as I said, you can see there are only 3 items which are showing there, and these are specifically on that order. So you simply select that and it makes your life easier here. Now the system will assume that you are receiving everything. Okay, but what if you are not receiving everything? You can see order balance is 0, but let's assume that by mistake you have punched 2,000 here. Okay, then you say tab or move forward. What will happen there? Is the system going to allow that? It will say no. Why? Because the order value and the GRIN can't match. There is no way you can receive more than what you ordered. So yes, you can receive less. You can see it says you want to receive more in negative 500. No, let's say okay, fine. Instead of receiving 1,500, we have only received 1,000. Okay, yeah, all right. So we tap there. Is the system going to allow us? Yes, it will. But what is it going to show on the balance? The balance, it will show us 500 here as pending. Okay, these are the stocks which are to be received in the future. So the system will be able to track for you whatever order or whatever item which you haven't received. It will never, the order will not be closed automatically until you receive all the items. That's the beauty about this. You don't have to be moving around with the calculators, papers to calculate to say, okay, I've received so much, so what could be the balance here? No. Yeah, Alexander 2 doesn't work that way. It does everything for it on its own. It assumes that a human being is a lazy person, and a human being can make a lot of mistakes. So it doesn't trust a human being, not even a single piece. That's why it does everything on its own. Okay, so now we move on. Cooking oil. Okay, so Cooking oil we have selected there. Okay, now that one goes to another warehouse there. All right, so yeah, so the difference between the two, the other one is ready for sale, the other one is a raw material. That's why you see it like that. So this happens at the time when you create the product code, you assign it. If it's a raw material, you assign it to a raw material warehouse. If it's a finished product, you assign it to a finished product warehouse. So now, as you can see there, it says we ordered 2,500. If we accept that, the balance will be 0, as it's showing there. Let's assume that, okay, fine, even this one, for lack of space, we received 220, okay? Yeah. So now, when you set up or move forward, it will calculate the balance which will remain there. Just watch and see under order balance here. See what will happen. Have you seen that 280 is calculated as balance remaining? Okay, yeah. Now we go to the last one, cream milk, milk it cream 500. Okay, again this is a finished product. We ordered 3,500. Let's assume that this one now we have received everything. It will calculate 0, no balance remaining there. All right, so that's what happens there. So from there we can simply, maybe wanted to see the costing. It has also done the costing here. So now the only thing which we need to do is to save the order here. Okay, saving the order, simply saving the items which are on the screen. We haven't yet finished or gone to the last stage. What is the last stage? These items, when they come in Zambia, they have to pass through customs. Okay, so there are also some costings which you have to attach there. So there is a form which has come here, which you have to complete. So here you select the GRN number, which is this one. All right, yeah. So, sorry. So let me do this. Okay. Okay, fine. I did it deliberately for you to understand what is happening here. And these are the mistakes which people are going to be making. I've done it deliberately so that you understand what goes on there. Do you know why the software was complaining? I did not select the data which is required for costing. Okay, before you select the cost element, you need to come here and retrieve the GRN here. Okay, so that the system knows what you have received. Okay, then to use that information for its own costing to arrive at the total cost element. Okay, now see, since now we have all these data here, so now when we go here, okay, the system now will be able to allow us, okay, to do now the costing. As you can see, yeah, if I do this, right, it has given us the, yeah, it has given us the cost element there. You can see the amount here. Okay, 26,000, the order value or GRN value 26,391.60. Okay, now the exchange rate has also come here. Now what does it mean? Here now we are required to put the additional cost. Let's say freight we used 2,000. Okay, let's be realistic, maybe 12,500. That's what we used there. Okay, now insurance cost, let's say maybe it was 5,000, right? Okay, that's 17,500. Then handling charges, maybe there was nothing. Customs fee, obviously, maybe there was 20 pin here. Okay, other charges, maybe nothing here. Okay, we have put our costing. All we need to do is to update, that's all. All right, updating our costing schedule means it will update now the data. You can see it has completed. So we close here, then we save here. You won't see anything here because the costing has been done in the background. But if you want to see what the costing are there, yeah, you only need to retrieve back your GRN here. Then you will see how it is going to fill in all the costings down there. Okay, remember freight, we had something there. Insurance, there was something. Customs fees, we paid something. You can see freight is converted into these are now in pounds. Okay, remember we are entering in kwacha, but it has converted into pounds. All these are pounds. Okay, where they were 0, they come as 0. Okay, so meaning our GRIN is complete. All right, so the only job which we need to do is to save it. Once we save it, then we only need to post it. Okay, so in an event you want to print it, you can print it here, there's no harm. Yeah, you select 7 there. Okay, today's, if those you have created today, so here you will find it here. You just select it and have a print, a GRIN report printed. Okay, it will pop up very soon. There we are. So this is what we have ordered, and everything is now converted into Zambian kwacha. You can see all those values are in Zambian kwacha here. Okay, this is our GRIN report. Exchange rate is there. Yeah, if you like it that way, yeah, everything is done. So now the only thing which we need to do is to post our GRIN. I'll close it here. Yeah, where are we going to post it? Here, select your GRIN. Yeah, or if you want, you can even make a printout so that you make a good reference. Okay, there is our purchase order. So we are matching here. Okay, so post here. So approve. That's it. Yeah, so the GRIN is now posted. So what has happened? The stock has gone up. The GRIN suspense has also gone up, waiting for only the invoice. So the value of the GRIN, that is 700 and something, has gone to GRIN suspense, waiting for an invoice. How do I know? You simply come here, for example, advanced account under trial balance. You check the transaction for 7 only, so that you understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'll say preview here, right? Yeah, let's see. Yeah, you see that is our 764. Why is it like this? Yeah, okay, it has gone up like that because of the cost element there. Remember there you were seeing 727. Now it has gone to 726 because of the cost element that were added on. Yeah, but at the end here it will still balance. So the cost element, those are services. Yeah, they have formed part of the stock. So the stock includes all the cost elements. Okay, the liability means the actual order value plus the cost elements such as customs fees, handling fees, insurance, and the freight. Okay, freight, these are for transporters where you pay transport. It's part of the stock cost. Right. Okay. Now, what if we have also received an invoice? What happens from there? Okay, if we have received an invoice, what we need to do is to simply say, okay, fine, the invoice is there. Oh, okay, no problem. So you go under supplier invoice here, right? Then when you come here, you do one thing. You select the GRIN. I think you still remember 92 GRIN there. If you want, you could have done a printout there. Okay, then here you select the date of the invoice date. Here you are putting the invoice date here. Okay, then here what you do is you select the document type, which is the invoice. All right, then there the exchange rate, it hasn't changed. It's still like that. Okay, so here you simply put the invoice number. Let's say, okay, okay, let's say maybe the reference is like this. This is our invoice number from England. Okay, we have the invoice number here. Now, here, let's assume that, okay, by mistake we have taken it to there. Do you see what happens? You cannot match the invoice to a wrong supplier or the GRN to the wrong supplier. It has to be correct. Now I've done it this way because in some of our people, you find that they are on the phone, then they are also working on this. If the controls were not there, a lot of mistakes would have been happening. So I'll take it to the correct supplier there, so that everything comes up properly. So once you have done that, you wait for a little bit for the software to process. So as you can see, it's processing there, trying to check whether the invoice, the GRN is matching with the order and everything is okay. If it finds that everything is okay, you will see some data popping up in the data sheet here. Okay, so allow it to process a little bit. Yeah, it takes only a few seconds there, about 30 seconds anyway. As you can see, it has already come here. Yeah, I think you still remember the quantities here. Yeah, you are familiar with these. These are, it has taken actually the actual GRN and compared with the order, and the balance which is on the order has remained with the back order there. So your job is to make sure that these quantities are exactly as the invoice there. Okay, that's what you need to do. Of course, at the time when you received the GRN, you would have ticked them, manually to confirm that everything is. After all, you are supposed to count what is physically received. If you don't count, then what accounting are we doing then? You are supposed to go and count. See that whatever is there, whatever they are recording on their paper is actually on the floor. If you don't do that, that's improper accounting. That is the job of the store money and the cost accountant to do that. Okay? Let's not assume that because the system now is automated, we just sit in the office and allow it to do everything. No, the system doesn't know. It can't read the physical paper there because it has no eyes. No, it's you yourself to make sure that things are done properly. Okay, yeah. Since now, let's assume that we have checked everything is okay. Our job is to simply save. There is literally nothing that you are doing here. What are you doing here? Just selecting the supplier there and the GRN, you put the date, the invoice number, you put the exchange rate there and the invoice number. All these details, you are not allowed to do anything. It does everything on its own. Yeah? Okay? So you simply say, what are you going? What else are you? What job is there? Literally nothing. Yeah, the person who will be doing this will be just roughing. There's nothing there. Then now, after that, you just post the transaction here. You select, that's the new purchase transaction created. Now, this is the GRN. You can see this is the order value in pounds, which was appearing there under costing, if you still remember. Then here you simply apply the posting. Then you post it here. That's all. This one, the invoice is also posted here. Right? Yeah, it's done. So now, after we have posted the invoice, let's go and see. We expect the GRN suspense to have only the cost element, right? Yeah, because everything now the invoice should shift the amount which is in the GRN suspense to the creditor. Yes, creditor code South East England. So you come here and check here, right? Yeah. So when you check here, okay, we'll check it using the same date. Yeah, since we transacted everything on the 7th. Yeah. So now, as you can see, yeah, you remember that 727, which was at GRN. Okay, this is what has come here. If your memory is very powerful, okay, if you want to trust me, you can rewind it there. There was a 12,500 which we processed as some costly thing. Then there was also a 5,000 which we processed there under a cost element. Then a 20,000 customs fee. Maybe you have forgotten. I said 12,500 freight. Okay. Insurance 5,000. That is 17,000. Plus customs fees 20,000. That is the 17. That is the 37,500. This is where it's coming from. This also is waiting for invoices. Once the owners of the transport gives us an invoice, we simply debit that account and credit that supplier through the GRN accountant journal. Same applies to customs acquittals, same applies to insurance. As simple as that. So much that when you come down here, it balances there. That's all. Let's assume that now we have paid this. We are paying them just immediately. Okay? We tell the accountant to say, one accountant, can we pay these people? We forget about it. What are you going to do? You come here and arrange your payment voucher here. Okay? So you say, all right, I'm paying the same day. I don't want to waste the time. Right? Which supplier are you paying? This one. South England Traders. Okay? Reference, you put here. The reference is not the invoice number. The invoice number is already in the system. You are putting the mode of payment. It can be a transfer or maybe a check or something like that. So in this case, in my case, I would say transfer because it's a lot of money. Transfer number. Normally I prefer naming a reference in my transfer so that it's easier for reconciliation. So, since we are transferring the same day, the same exchange rate applies here. Then I'll simply say tab so that it takes me where? In the data sheet. In the data sheet, my job again is to select which invoice I am supposed to pay. Okay? If I come here, okay, all the invoices which are belonging to this guy called South England, okay, I'm supposed to see them here, unless otherwise. Okay, as you can see, if you still remember, that is the invoice number there. So you simply select that invoice number. Okay, everything is gone there. You do literally nothing with this one, Alexander 2. Because it doesn't trust a human being. A human being can make a lot of mistakes. That's why the job of a human being is lessened to only 5%, so that your job is literally almost nothing, reduced to zero. So here, since you are paying everything, you simply say final payment. That's all. Final payment. Payment. Okay, that's all. Then you simply say tab there. Okay, let it process. So now, since you are done with that one, you bring the case up there and save your payment voucher. As simple as that. Is there any problem with this? I don't see anything myself. This is an online software, and you can see how fast it is in terms of processing. So now, what about my payment voucher? How am I going to print it? You print it here, okay? You select the date here. Yeah, if you don't know when you process it, you can even start from here, even 2000 if you want. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, I just wanted to make the point clear. If you want, you can even enlarge the range. Then print your payment voucher here. That's all. Yeah, very soon you'll see the payment voucher popping up. There we are. Watch out here. Okay. Do you see the payment voucher there? And the pounds, these are pounds. Okay. The kwacha equivalent there. Okay? Yeah, the exchange rate here. The person who created it is who? Myself there. Amount in words. Alright? Okay? Then here, payment reference transfer. Transfer number, that. Invoice number, that. So, where is the problem? Nothing. Okay? Who are we paying? Who are we paying? South England traders. Okay? There we are. So now, the next thing after printing the payment voucher, we close here. Yeah? You have printed a copy. Then you have to post it or approve it. Okay? If you don't approve it, it won't go to the general ledger, sorry. It's approved now. So I'll say okay. Right? Done. So here we are done. Okay. Okay. Now, what has happened is the way how the bank works, people. When you do a TT, a transfer, doesn't mean that just immediately your cash book is debited. No, it doesn't work that way. So we know that at the time when we are developing this software, we remembered that the banks, after it takes maybe, especially these payments which are going in for maybe 2 days, that's when it will reflect on your cash bank statement. So now, how do we account for that? See, we come here, okay? So that you follow me carefully here, okay? I will select the same day, 7th there, goes to the transactions for today so that you are able to see what is happening there. All right? Mhm, mhm. Look, the creditor has disappeared all of a sudden. Why? Because we have paid. But are you sure how we have paid that money? No. If we check our bank right now, if we go to the bank and ask for a statement, is it going to appear there? No, it hasn't. But our creditors shows that it's zero. Okay? No, no, no. I think maybe you are not understanding. Let me go to the creditors ledger so that we are moving together. We don't want any confusion here, right? Supplier ledger here. Okay. Then let's select 7th to 7th. Okay. Yeah. Which is supplier? South End. This guy here. Right? Okay. Control account is the creditors control account. Preview here. Okay. This one takes a bit of time because it has a lot of transaction here. Yeah, okay. Have you seen? Mm-hmm. Mm. Okay. All right. That is a payment voucher which we have. Okay. This is the payment and everything is there. Okay. This is the transfer. All right. Yeah. So now, the next thing which we need to go, we have seen the payment there. It's lying there. Okay. Now, the only thing which we need to do is we go back where we had this issue. I was saying the payment, the transaction, the creditors is no longer there. It has shifted to payment control account. Payment control account means these are the payment which we have done, but waiting to be cleared by the bank. Once they cleared or they are cleared by the bank, we simply debit this account and credit the cash book concerned. That's it. That's the way how the cash book comes in, right? Yeah, that is the way how things are done. Nothing else. So let's assume that now this time around, sorry, this time around we have seen this 727, okay, 80, 727,088.58 is there on the bank statement. Okay, so now all we need to do is we still come in here and say, okay, we have seen it, that one, okay, so you simply create your journal here, right? Then here you put the correct, okay, the correct date when you have seen it, okay. so that is easier for reconciliation. So here you put the reference. Remember we had to put it there, transfer, whatever point, whatever. I think it was like this. Okay. Then, right here you have an option to say, okay, you can either put the amount, you put the exchange rate, which was in pounds, okay, 27.55, or if you want, you can use the actual kwacha amount, kwacha equivalent. So in this case, I'll use the kwacha equivalent. So instead here, I'll put 1, but the choice is yours. You can put the same, the other, the whatever you need to still do the conversion. So now here, what I'll do is I'll simply come here and say, okay, fine. Where are we? Yeah. Okay. So now here, after doing that, the only thing which I will require is to make sure that all the documents are there. Then here, select my bank account. All right. So here, which bank are we crediting? Okay. Oh, all right. Yeah, it's coming. Yeah, it's because this is the first transaction, so we expect it to delay a little bit, but it will pop up. Okay. So here I will say maybe it is in Zanaco. Okay, let me say, is there anything like bank? Yeah, bank. Okay, let's say maybe we use the US dollar here. Okay, so I will say, okay, okay, final payment, payment, with the reference. Oh, sorry, yeah, reference number. Okay. 002336. So now, all I will do, I will simply copy this one so that I don't have to go and type again, right? Zanaco is losing, so that bank account is losing. So how much? 727,088.58. Okay, yeah. So now, what are we doing here? We were now clearing the same amount which has gone into payment control account. So see what happens there. The moment I type in payment control or P, the payment control account comes. Or my job is to simply paste it there, right? Then simply debit that with the 088, okay, that here, there. Huh? That's it. So yeah. So I simply need to save this. That's all. Once it's saved, then I can post it. Now, what happens when if in an event where we realize to say there was an error, you can recall your journal here. Okay, you do it like that. Okay, it will come back there. Then you can amend it until you are okay. Once you are okay, then now you can proceed to go and print. Make sure that you make a printout. Because without a printout, you know, auditors sometimes they can come and trouble you. You can say all the transactions to come back. But once you post it, you cannot amend anything. All the documents, the moment you post, forget it is gone. So I'll save it there again. Then I need to go and make a printout there. Okay, my reference number, you always write your reference number which was on top there, because you need it for printing there. Close here. Then now here, what I'll do, I'll need to print my journal here. It will come like a journal, but it's actually, yeah, it's a journal actually. Yeah, it's a journal. Yeah, it's actually a transfer journal. So here, I'll still find it in my journal here and preview it here. Yeah, so that I'm able to print it. Once printed there, yeah, you see, it's printed. So I'm removing, these are straightforward things. I don't need to go in details. Everything is there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you just make a printout there. Once you make a printout there, all right, then from here, we'll simply make a post. We have to post it now here. Post the normal way, or maybe your boss can do the posting there. I don't know. The segregation of duty. You just post it here. Yeah. Post. So you wait for the computer to do that. It has already finished posting. That's all. Then you close it here. Now, watch out. If we go this side, again in the same trial balance, you find that now there is a new account that is introduced. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what has happened. Let's see what has happened here. Have you seen that the payment control account has disappeared? Yes, because there is nothing that is remaining there. Now we have bank Zanaco USD has come in. Okay, because that payment has gone in there. Okay, so the same concept applies with receipts as well. When the receipts are taken to the bank, we are debiting receipt control account. When they appear on the bank statement, we are simply crediting receipt control account and debit the bank concerned. If in an event where the cashier took part of it and pocketed some, it means that in the receipt control account there will be a balance which will transfer to cashier's account. That's way how you do the bank. The bank has nothing to do with shortages. No, it only reflects cash received, cash paid out, nothing else. Yeah, don't mix shortages, bank charges. No, it has the cash book has nothing to do with those. It deals with only pure cash, nothing else. That's way how it works. Yeah, right. Or in short, just maybe there are those who went to old schools. You remember at some point we had what we used to call unrepresented checks and the uncredited deposit. Okay, the new term which we are using here. Okay, if we are to take you there, yeah, we are simply saying the so-called unrepresented checks, this is what we now call payment control account, meaning payment which hasn't yet gone to the bank, gone through to the bank. Some can be in the drawers, but they are already posted in our system. They will be grouped under payment control account. Okay. Receipts, these are a receipt control account is also represent uncredited deposit, whereby you are receiving the money, you are issuing receipts, okay? But meanwhile, some of the money is used as petty cash, some of the money is in the drawer, things like that, okay? The bank will be only recording what it has actually received. Whatever is not received, there is either a shortage or it has to be transferred to part cash and used as or journaled to expenses, things like that. As you can see, our trial balance is balancing. So in this case, this is where we end. But before we end, you might want to say, okay, these people, they they are saying they are oh sorry. They are saying they are accountants, but well, are they registered with the accounting firm? Yes, we are. We are actually registered with Zika. Yeah. We actually do accounts as well. Yeah. Yeah. That's way how we work. We have a practicing license as well. Okay. Yeah. So our license, okay. So our practicing license is here. Okay. Just in case you want to see it. This is our practicing license. okay, for 2023, right? Yeah. Okay. So what about the firm? This is for the firm practicing license. Okay. Yeah.